This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Mike Bush in for Brent Solomon, who is on assignment.
And I'm Kay Quinn. We are in a weather impact alert right now. It has been a day of severe flash flooding and water rescues all across the bi-state, from Winfield in Lincoln County, Missouri, to a dam that overtopped due to rain in Nashville, Illinois. We have live team coverage all across the bi-state tonight.
But right now, we're getting right into our weather impact forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. Scott?
Well, that tropical rain fell hard, fast and furious this morning into early this afternoon around St. Louis. At this point, the rain has let up. You're looking over at the Missouri Botanical Garden, where 3.67 inches of rain has fallen in the last several hours. By and large, it's along Interstate 64 going east of St. Louis where we have the greatest and heaviest rainfall tallies. Although, gotta say, Grafton's had between 4 and 6 inches of rain as well. But it's really this area off to the east, including around Nashville, Illinois, and then back into St. Clair County, where some of the rain gauges, 5.04. That's what's coming in from Scott Air Force Base. Trenton at 6.45, and down to Millstadt, 4.57 inches of rain. Now, that's in the last 12 hours. Most of the rain has let up. The intensity for areas that are still seeing a little bit of rain certainly has, but we have the flash flood warning continuing here across portions of Clinton and Washington counties until 4:45. Next batch of showers out here to our west. That should track mainly to the south of St. Louis, and there will be some more showers and thunderstorms tonight. The focus is now to the south of us for the potential of stronger thunderstorms and heavier rainfall. We think it may be right on our southern counties here as we head through the overnight hours tonight. There could be some stronger storms in there, but most of that would be heavy rain. And then as we head towards daybreak tomorrow morning, when the front finally really actually gets in here, we will in fact have that chance of seeing a few more scattered showers and thunderstorms, but they won't be anything like what we've seen today. For the next few hours, we're relatively quiet in St. Louis, Mike.
And we're following some breaking news in Fenton right now. A water rescue is underway at a mobile home park.
5 on your side's Brent Solomon is live where all this is happening at the Covered Bridge RV Park and Storage. Brent?
Hey there, Kay. Hey there, Mike. I wanted to come out here to give you an idea, to give you a perspective of what's been happening here. I want you to see it as we saw it. Fortunately, that water rescue just went off without a hitch. The fire department came out, checked on the people who were here at the Covered Bridge RV camp. Again, this is off of Highway 141 in Fenton. And take a look at the high waters here. And since we've been here, I can tell you the water has receded a bit, so it really is what you're looking at now, nothing compared to what it was moments ago, and especially at the height of that water rescue. I've been speaking with the owners here. He said at one point today, around 1 o'clock or so, he went door to door, him and his team, to make sure that people were able to get out. That one couple who needed some help, the fire department coming here on the scene, they are okay, a husband, a wife, and their dog. Stay with us, because coming up at 5, I'm going to introduce you to that couple. They were a bit relieved, of course, shaken up by all of this, but you'll hear from them in the next hour. For now, that is the very latest from Fenton. Let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
Some of the worst flooding in the bi-state is in Nashville, Illinois, where hundreds were forced to evacuate. That's after the Nashville City Reservoir Dam overtopped and a second dam failed.
We have team coverage. Our Megan Kernan made her way to Nashville.
And Robert Townsend is just outside of Nashville, where flooding is impacting businesses. Megan, let's start with you.
Well, Mike, it took us well over 2 hours to get to Nashville, a ride that usually takes just an hour from downtown St. Louis. Right now, we're standing in front of the secondary dam of the Nashville City Reservoir. It failed today, as it was designed to do, to prevent the primary dam from failing. As you can see, water is topping over, flowing down, and flooding out into the roads, yards, and homes. Now, some of the yards of homes I'm standing by right now look like lakes. Hundreds of people were forced from their homes, creating an even more dangerous situation because so many roads were flooded. Now, this afternoon, the Washington County EMA posted an update saying some residents reported water in their homes up to waist level, and they had to rescue at least one person from their house. As of 1 p.m. today, EMA officials said more than 6 inches of rain had fallen. There is a shelter available for displaced residents. That's at Trinity Lutheran Church. David Benning, a pastor at that church, says they've been busy keeping residents safe and dry.
We're told to evacuate from the zone in front of the dam that has been compromised, and they're working to assess that right now. So they've been told to evacuate from that area. We have about 10 people here from the community who are in need of a place to shelter from the flooding.
Now, the Washington County EMA says evacuation is complete at this time. An estimated 200 homes were evacuated due to the flood. Now, thankfully, there are no reports of any significant injuries or deaths. The EMA is asking residents here, though, to stay inside their homes and stay off the roads. Reporting live in Nashville, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
And as we mentioned, flash flooding also hit several businesses in Washington County.
5 on your side's Robert Townsend continues our team coverage. He's live near State Road 127. That's just 3 miles from Nashville. Robert, what are you seeing?
Hey, Kay, the good news is right now the rain has finally stopped. But let me tell you, a couple of hours ago, the major road here, State Road 127, again, 3 miles from Nashville, it looked like a lake. The good news is, again, that water has dropped significantly, and these drivers are starting to come down this road. Residents and drivers say when the nearby secondary dam overtopped this afternoon and this morning, it sent lots of water rushing all across this area. Now, the parking lots at this McDonald's, a gas station, and several other businesses are all still partially flooded. Several customers at the McDonald's are still stuck inside the restaurant and unable to leave. We've seen a few folks hop into other cars and get out of here. Trucker Jacob Lindsay was stuck on the flooded State Road in his big rig for more than an hour.
That's crazy. It wouldn't be there if the dam didn't break on the reservoir, but
What do you do in the meantime?
sit. You're in a day cab, you can't sleep, can't lay down.
Is this a storm for the record books?
It is for me.
You got to feel for that guy. Back here live, Lindsay and many other truckers and drivers finally got out and on their way just minutes before we went on the air, but clearly there's a big mess out here. IDOT crews are out here putting down lots of barricades and keeping an eye on all this. We'll have another live report for you coming up at 5. For now, though, live in Washington County, Illinois, Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Thank you so much, Robert. The afternoon rush hour getting underway. Let's take a look at the roads from the 5 on your side storm tracker. Alex Fees tracking the afternoon commute. He's in East St. Louis. Alex?
Okay, good afternoon. That's right. We spent much of the afternoon in East St. Louis. Let's give you a look outside the windshield right now at this hour. This is what we're seeing here looking south on Route 15, also known as Missouri Avenue here in East St. Louis. This is near the intersection of North 29th Street. You can see that all afternoon the floodwaters have been covering the roadway here, and many drivers, multitudes of drivers are passing through it anyway. About 1 in every 15 drivers stops, turns around and goes the other direction, but that is much of what you will find in the Metro East this afternoon. Live this afternoon in East St. Louis, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Right, thank you, Alex. The wet weather and flooding, of course, impacting the drive home, as we just saw.
And our traffic guy, Paul Cook, is tracking all the delays and the closures right now. Paul.
Yes, absolutely. We have closures, and I think a lot of folks are finding out it doesn't take as much water as you think to flood out your engine when you're out there. We've had a lot of those water rescues, and I want to show you here on my map here. We're at Oakville all the way to Mount Vernon. You can see the map. You can see some really slow traffic on 64 going westbound, eastbound because of the flooding, but really purple on our map is closed. So I want you to see those areas. Look at the top of your screen. You can see the legend there. That is a closed road here on Route 15 all the way there from Nashville. And then you also have a closed road on 127. Let me show you where that is. Yeah, 127 here. That's closed due to flooding. don't risk it. Don't try to get across that area. I will say we have big improvement in St. Louis, though. 44 in Eureka was closed and fully shut down there. Also at 141. You still have some difficulties out there, and you don't want to push on through because it's just going to be really a problem for you. Who wants to end the day on a water rescue kind of situation? So be careful. We'll let you know if there's any changes, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. Some of the heaviest rainfall fell in St. Clair County, where multiple communities experienced significant flash flooding.
Our Annie Krall continues our team coverage. She's live in Shiloh with new reaction from people who were trapped in the storm. Annie.
That water we've been watching all day here at Frank Scott Parkway has finally receded, and thankfully the rain has stopped. But take a look at this video that we shot a little bit closer to 12:30 this afternoon. You'll see that right here in this spot, it looked very different. The water rapids were basically what the roads looked like, and water was just coming in faster to St. Clair County than the sewers could take it. Up until about 3 o'clock this afternoon, drivers out on their lunch break taking the risk through the standing water, though experts, and of course we've advised to not drive through that water like this, rather to go around it. Instead, unfortunately, that's not what one Belleville man did during the storm. I spoke with Hunter Beischer this morning, just hours after his car had been caught in all of this water flooding in through the cracks of his doors.
Everything was going good, roads weren't too bad until I got up to the actual workplace and I pulled in and the whole street was flooded. I thought it was just a small flood, little tiny puddle, so I drove through it. I was wrong, very wrong.
And unfortunately for Hunter and many of the drivers here in St. Clair County, today's flooding means unexpected trips to the auto repair shop, extensive phone calls with insurance companies, and of course, trying to find rides to work this week, which for Hunter is his new reality. Reporting live in Shiloh, Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Annie. Coming up, more on the flash flooding across the bi-state, including some of the video and pictures you've been sharing with us.